Welcome back, Kaiju fans, to another Reign of Kaiju Godzilla Day Zero build. And today we have the man himself, Godzilla, Titan of Terror. This is a 6-hand size, 28 health character. A little low on the health, but there's a reason for that. Giant monster traits, earth, fire, and water symbols. We have a response after you play a card with printed difficulty 5 or greater, add a power token to your stage. If this is the second or greater time that you've played this ability, commit this card. Played this ability this turn, commit this card. So you're allowed 2 power tokens per turn. And then form, once per turn, play 1 card with a printed difficulty of 5 from your discard pile as your next form, no check necessary. So technically you're a 7-hander with 28 health, which is wild. And you get to play any card with a printed difficulty of 5 for free with no check. Just, I'm going to play, attack, play all my foundations I want to build, play this next attack from my discard pile, ignoring no check necessary, just jump right into it. This character's nuts. So, let's look at our attack lineup. I chose to build this on the water symbol, and we're going to start with Ground Forces Engage, a 5/3, 4 low for 5, 1 high block, stun 1 ranged and weapon, stun 1 being an enhance that says your rival commits 1 foundation. As a blitz, your next attack gets +2 speed. Excuse me. If your rival has 10 or more foundations, it gets +5 speed instead. That's a lot of speed to give to an attack, especially one that we may play with no check necessary. We have Crushing Impact, a 5/3, 4 low for 6 with a 1 low block and the slam keyword. As a blitz, it gets +1 speed for each power token in our stage. That's pretty good, because then we can then sacrifice those power tokens, and for each one we sacrifice, we get +2 damage. And then we have another blitz. If this is the second attack or greater we've played this turn, we get to ready a foundation. So this just helps us string out even further. We have Sky Piercing Heat Ray, a 5/3, 4 high for 5 with a 1 mid block and the ranged keyword. As a blitz, this attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage for each other card with a printed difficulty of 5 or greater in your card pool. So this is a really good card to play, ignoring no check necessary. Excuse me. With our character card, because we can possibly string out, maybe we have some foundations that are printed 5 difficulty, and then play this no check necessary with our form, and just get a bunch of speed and damage. When our rival, maybe their defenses are down, they blocked all of our other attacks, and they can't block this one. We have Monumental Dropkick, a 5/3, 5 high for 4, 2 mid block with Fury Kick and Slam. As a blitz, if you have 2 or more power tokens in your stage, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. So, bit of cycle draw if we have the power tokens, which is pretty good. And then Deadlock Blitz, Deadlock being if our rival has at least 11 foundations in their stage, we just get to add 3 power tokens to our stage. So if we're in deadlock, or if our rival's in deadlock, we get 3 power tokens, and we get to cycle draw 2 cards. That's a really good rate. Next up, I added Channel Energy. This is a 5/3, 5 high for 5, 3 high block, charge, and slam. As a blitz, clear all other cards from your card pool. This attack gets +2 damage for each card cleared this way, but you cannot play attacks for the rest of the turn. So this is a really good card, again, to use with your form, because you put it at the end of your string, maybe even after you've played some foundations, if you just need a bit of extra damage, play it no check necessary, clear every other card from your card pool, get 6, 8, 10 damage, and just say, hey, can you catch a 5 high for 15? No? I guess you're just gonna die then, especially if I've got a bunch of power tokens to pump that up even further. And lastly, we have Shrouded Swing, a 5/3, 3 low for 6 with a 1 mid block. As a blitz, if we have a power token on our stage, we get to flip a rival foundation. We get to choose which foundation gets turned face down, which is pretty strong. I do have an asset here. I have Box, a 2/5, 2 low block with the unique keyword. Enhanced Commit, return this attack to its printed speed and damage, return it to its printed attack zone, and if it was unblockable, it is no longer unblockable. Just instant reset for any attack. Either yours that has been nerfed into the ground, or your rival's attack that has been buffed to High Holy Heaven. For actions, we have Unbelievable Power, a 5/5, 1 low block as a first form, so the first thing we do after drawing our cards for our turn is to play this Unbelievable Power card, remove, add 1 power token to your stage, and draw 1 card. So we basically cycle draw because we're removing this from our hand and when we play it and drawing a card, and we get another power token. And Godzilla, Titan of Terror, can also give us another power token just for playing this action because it has a difficulty of 5. So 2 power tokens and draw a card, pretty good for a first form action. On to our foundation base, we have Defiant Roar, a 1/5, 3 mid block. Enhance Flip, commit 1 power token, draw 1 card. So power tokens aren't doing anything on our rival's turn, so we can just use them to draw cards, we can play more defense. It's just pretty solid, especially on a 1 diff. We have Natural Cover, a 2/5, 2 low block. Enhance Sacrifice, sacrifice 2 power tokens, reduce this attack's damage to 1. So in a pinch, we can give up 2 of our power tokens and take only 1 damage from an attack. And if our rival's in Deadlock, we have Deadlock Enhance our turn, add a power token to our stage, just free power. We have the High Guard and the Low Guard. These are both 0 difficulty foundations. They have no abilities, but they do offer off-zone blocks and very quick early turns building. We have Biolante arrives, a 1/5, 2 high block. As a static, face-down cards do not count towards progressive difficulty to play this card. Not going to come into play much here. But as an enhance, we get to flip this to add 1 power token to our stage, just generating more power. Same with Godzilla's First Emergence, a 3/5 with a 2 high block. As a response, after we play this card, we add 1 power token to our stage. And then as an enhance, our attack with a printed difficulty of 5 or greater gets +1 speed. So it's going to be +1 speed for each copy of this for all of our attacks. And whenever we play these from our hand, either as a form or a block, we get a power token. We have Moment of Normalcy, a 2/5, 3 high block with a unique keyword. As an enhance, return this attack to its printed speed or damage. So it's kind of half an item box. Whichever of the stats is giving us trouble, we can reset that one to its printed value. We have Radiant Visage, a 1/5 with a 3 high block. Enhance Flip Mill 3, so we discard the top 3 cards of our deck. Our rival spends 1 momentum, so we get to get rid of 1 of their momentum and possibly put a very good card in our discard pile that we get to play for free. We have Capture the Target, a 1/5, 3 low block. Enhance once per turn Tenacious, and Tenacious means this ability is playable while this card is committed. If we have 3 or more attacks in our card pool, we get to ready this foundation. So if we play attack, maybe like foundation, use our form to play another attack, we can ready these up so they're ready during our rival's next turn. So this is a great way to refresh our stage so that we have some resources to defend ourselves with. We have Toughest Pumpkin Junior High, a 2/5, 3 mid block. Response Flip, before you take damage from an unblocked from any attack, reduce the damage you would take by 3. So even if we partial block, we can reduce the damage we take by 3. Not the damage of the attack, the damage we would actually take. We have Absorbing Pollution, a 2/5, 2 mid block. Enhance, sacrifice 1 power token. Ready up to 2 foundations with a difficulty of 2 or less. So this allows us to ready Moment of Normalcy, mainly, because that card is ridiculous. And there's a couple other ones that we can ready. We can ready Toughest Punk if we had to commit it. We can ready Recombining Body, but that's got a Tenacious ability. Go In Loud, Full Focus, Terrific Trio. We can just say, hey, we're just going to ready 2 more foundations. And it's 2 or less, so any of our 0 diffs, our 1 diffs, or even face down foundations can be readied in a pinch. And then as a Deadlock Enhance during our turn, we get to add a power token to our stage. Recombining Body, a 2/5 4 mid block with Deflect 2. Deflect 2 is a response that activates in our hand. We get to add this card to our card pool before the damage step of our rival's attack. That attack gets -2 damage. We are only allowed to play 1 deflect ability per attack, but it means we take 2 less damage from an attack maybe we weren't even able to block. And as a Tenacious Enhance, we get to add this card to the top of our deck, so we guarantee check a 5. Really, really strong card here. We have Full Focus, a 2/5 2 high block. Enhance once per turn, Tenacious, discard 1 card, ready this foundation. So this card is really neat because it readies itself once per turn, and we could just discard a 5 difficulty card that we can then play with our form with Godzilla without paying a check. So it's kind of like, for free, I'm going to play an attack and ready a foundation. That's pretty good. We have Go In Loud, a 2/5 2 low block. First Enhance Flip, this attack gets +2 speed. We're already going to be having a lot of damage with our power tokens. It's good to let that damage connect with some speed. And then Terrific Trio, a 2/5 2 mid block. Enhance Remove. If you have 3 or more attacks in your card pool, your attack gets +2 speed and +2 damage. So again, this is really good if you play an attack, and then maybe build out, and then you use your form to play one last shot, like a Sky-Piercing Heat Ray, or a Crushing Impact, or even something like a Monumental Dropkick. Not necessarily Channel Energy, because you will be clearing your card pool, but any of these just to be putting extra stats on your attack when your rival's defenses are finally down. But that is a basic beginner's Godzilla Titan of Terror. This guy is another one on my list of high tier characters I really want to work with Anguirus, this guy, Shin Godzilla. I would say Mothra, but Mothra is just going to be one of those characters that's just going to survive, kind of like Biolante, but I am excited to play Biolante. But Godzilla Titan of Terror is a character that I have a 2 attack combo to kill almost any character in the game. But it works best with Godzilla Titan of Terror and Anguirus. So maybe I'll show that off a little bit later. But what do you guys think of Titan of Terror? I think he's going to be terrifying. Any character that allows you to play any attack from your discard pile that you want for free with no check is going to be scary. I mean, they had to errata Shishiwakamaru and give him like a difficulty cap, which you could say this one has, but it's still a very, very strong ability. If you found this useful or entertaining, please leave a like and comment down below what you thought. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. So until next time, take care, guys.